as to what we've got going on here for our new location of our shop in the garage. As you can see, we've got still a lot to do yet. We've got our antennas. We're finishing up on the antennas. I just kind of got them zip tied to where I want them to be for now. But I got a lot more to do. I got 32 antennas. So we're going to transfer all of that over. So we got our antennas. The bus is right to here. And I've got the other one step above. I haven't finished him yet. But anyway, here's all the ham gear. We still got a lot to set up yet, like I say. Got nice bright white lights. Got a nice setup right here. That's about what the bench is going to look like. And ready to bring up the rest of the stuff too. So we got quite a bit to do ahead, but just kind of give you an idea as to what the progress report is of the new shop. So that's about what we got going on right now. So just want to do just a little sneak peek for everybody, because everyone keeps asking about pictures and videos and they didn't want to miss out. So I figure, well, this would be an opportunity to kind of show you all where we are at the moment. So we have our ham gear all set up. Let's say we got our antenna connections. I got to finish those. I'm just waiting for a couple things to come in, which should be here today, and then I'll be able to finish the coax. So I got a new crimp connector coming through, and that will take care of this setup right here for now, and then I can get that all nice and pretty looking when I'm all said and done. I just kind of did this temporarily for the moment, and then I have my next alignment up here to do for all the antennas. Like I said, I got 32 antennas coming in here. So we have our couple power supplies here for the scanners and the MFJ tuners. In fact, let me do a little wide view so we have to do it twice so everybody can kind of see. This is the ham shack setup. Is what we've got going on here. And then we have our test center. We have a lot more equipment to bring up yet, but this is kind of a rough idea as to what the new bench will look like as we get closer towards finishing up with this. We just have our mini split for our heat and AC. We're waiting to get that done. And so hopefully here in the next few days, we'll be looking pretty good for sure. So I'm looking forward to getting out here and getting some work done. So we got lots of room here in the bench. I'm not so sure if I want to keep this generator here yet. I don't know. I may put him up on the shelf over here. I don't really use it, but it's here if I want it. And I got another oscilloscope going up on top of this one. So it's a lot to still set up as I go through. I've got my level meter here. Of course, an extra tone generator. Got another oscilloscope here. Spectrum analyzer, service monitor, another scope, Sinator, another service monitor, Sina generator, audio tracer, and RF probe as well. VTVM here. Bench multimeter. I got another one of those downstairs. And like I say, we have our big boy Sina generator here, and we also got our benchtop cameras that we use to zoom in on the board to show people the circuitry, etc. And we've got our solder iron station along with a the heater. You have a I can't think. Jeepers creepers, hot air gun. There you go. I couldn't think. I never use a solder station for this. I have my own that I prefer, my Weller one. But this one here works great for the hot air for heat shrink. So that's why he's up here. Of course, the analyzer. And of course, then we've got ourselves our little backup DC. So again, it's coming along. It's getting there. We got our sensor probe just kind of wedged here for now because it is a long cable for the level meter. So we're looking forward to getting this all done in the next few days. But that's kind of where we are right now. We got a few more pieces to add to this, but I'm not quite sure if I really want to keep this one here just yet. I may, only because the bench frequency counters, yeah. I have a bench frequency counter, and I have another multimeter about the same size as this guy. So I don't know if I want to put it on top, which I very may do so. I'm not sure. Or if I may just put it on top of this. I still have lots of room to work, so that's not a problem. Um, but being that I don't really use him much, I may just put that up on the upper shelf, and because I got my bird watt meter and slugs and everything else, I may just put the make a nice little tray down below for the tools and etc., and just kind of keep that open space as such. But the way we did this came out beautiful. So what we did was we ran our PVC pipe with our electrical inside, because I don't want to have the wire stapled to the wall. That would look pretty hideous. So we did it like this to kind of show what's happening, and that comes down to my outlet. Okay, so we've got one outlet right here, which ties into this power bar. One power bar for one outlet is rated 15 amp with one line going through. And then I came over to a second line straight down. Same thing. There's the outlet, and that powers up the other power bar. And then I come over, and the same thing as we go down and around, we have another one here in the back corner. Okay, that powers up this power bar on top. And as we go across the other side, we have another line here coming down behind the radios. I don't know if you guys can see. There you go. So you got another one right there. Okay, and that powers up this power bar here, is it? No, that powers up the one down below in the back. I got a power bar down here in the back, so that powers up him. And then the last one over on this side, he powers up to this power bar. So each power bar is rated 15 amp. It has to be on its own breaker, its own outlet, and that's what we did to keep everything safe. And then as you can see, we kind of nice and neat and professional looking all the way. And we put a lot of time, a lot of money into this all the way across. Okay. And then we got to finish it up yet with my electrician to figure out the length of PVC pipe here and how he wants to elbow those down into the 100 amp panel. So this is all dead right now. I just threw the breakers in here, just they're out of the way, and then it'll get stepped on and moved around and lost. But so when he gets ready, he'll be able to take and wire this. My 100 amp cable is all right here. So he's going to wire that into this panel. So there's your bus lines. Okay, red, black, and then you got your neutral zone. So he's going to put that into here through the main knockout. Okay, and then after he gets this all said and done, then we'll have our 6 breakers all hooked up. We only need 5 breakers because we've only got 5 outlets with 5 power bars. But I put a 6th one in here because I'm going to use that to separate the lights. They don't draw nothing anyways, but just to kind of separate my lights and use that for those reasons. So when we get this all squared away, said and done, it's going to look very, very, very nice. And now I got somebody calling me here. Hold on one second. Hey, Rick, how are you?
Hey, so how are you, man?
Not too bad.
I didn't see your video yet, and I wanted to catch you if you're not busy, if you got 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm on the live stream right now, actually. I'm surprised I don't see you on there.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll call you when you're done.
And I'll give you electric here. We got to finish all. Come on over. Da, 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 nice and clean. All the way across. So we engineer this in a way that has to be very clean, professional, and by code. And when I get down with my antennas, that's about what they're going to look like. Then each one's going to come down to a certain point of radios, and that's going to be the rest of those. I got to bring another line, main line into here, down through, up and around, into the box, and then kind of come down in between. And those are away from the backing a little bit, so I can fit the coax down from behind, and then feed those as I wish down through. So each rail is going to have so many antennas, and then coming back down through to feed my signals all into all the HF gear, along with CB when I get that hooked up. I can't disconnect him downstairs just yet, or the rest of my test equipment, until we have a solid go, green signal to move forward. So the only power I've got out here is my outlet by the main door. That's it, which just enough to power the lights on out here. That's the only power that I've got at the moment. So we're just waiting for this to be taken care of and kind of go from there. So that's pretty much the look ahead as to what we're doing, guys. And right here is the mini split for the AC and the heater. And I got the stand. And right there is the header on the floor. So when we get ready, we'll have all this connected and ready to go as well. And when we also get ready, I kind of miscalculated the black padding on the bench. I didn't know if I'd have enough, so I ordered 2 cases. So I got a whole another 24 pieces right there. And for that reason, they're actually going to fit nicely on the floor. We're going to clean the floor up, get this resealed and painted, and then we're going to lay down that black padding, all the puzzle mats. We're going to lay those all down here, 2-foot square mats on the floor, and dress this up beautifully as well and protect it. So that's kind of what we got going on. So that's your sneak peek, everybody, as to what's going to happen here at the DX Radio Shop and how it's going to turn out to be. So this is what we got going on. We're still trying to move the furniture around, so to speak, because I'm not quite sure exactly if I want to keep everything the way it is here on the bench, which probably will be. I have one more oscilloscope on top of him. And I have a bench frequency counter, the watt meter, my B&C tap offs. I have the BK 1040, which that will go down here on the bench. So I'll probably put him. Well, I don't know. I may leave this right alone, and I may just put the. Well, I don't know if I can put the 10. Yeah, I might be able to fit the 1040 on top. I might just do that. And then instead of me having it down here, I just kind of hold the microphone up on top, possibly. I don't know. I got to play it around a little bit, but the BK tester will be over here, or I may just do this. Because I thought about doing that and then put the matching 1040 here. So I may just leave him right here. I may just put the 1040 there like I had it in my previous videos. You'll see if you go back to my previous videos, you'll see how the bench was set up. So I might keep those 2 pieces together. And then I'll put my my other multimeter probably down here. And the Fluke, I'll put the bench frequency counter beside it because that's good for internal searching as well. And then as far as the bird meter goes, I have no clue where I want to place him. I really don't know. I got to put it somewhere, obviously. So we will figure that out when we get to it. I may just take, because there is some open space over here, so I may take the scope. I may just slide that down just enough to put the bird meter right here. I kind of want to keep that in relative close area to the scope and the service monitors for my spectrum analyzer, because I kind of want to keep that where people can see everything all together instead of having it separate. So one main camera is going to be to see everything like pretty much how we have it downstairs at the moment. So I'm probably going to put that here more than likely. Now, here's a little genius idea that I came up with. Talking about creativity. Like I said, it took me a long time to really piece this together and engineer it and do what I want to make this thing look beautiful. This is the kind of a sneak peek to everybody. Now, what I want to do, what I am going to do rather, is you have these gooseneck cameras. I just talked about this the other day with everybody. So this gooseneck camera for it's a webcam for my my live stream, right? So what we're going to do is, without blinding you out, I'm going to take a rail, tracking rail. The rail goes over on this side of the light. And what that does is like your bedroom closet or like a hallway closet. If you got like a front foyer where you put your coats and stuff, etc. So you have that sliding rail where you got your wheels on the door and you slide your closet door back and forth. So I have one of those rails here in that long box, actually. So we're going to put the rail up here on the ceiling. We're going to get a piece of flat bar stock that will attach to both clamps on the 2 wheels. And then instead of me having to move the camera up and down and basically shaking the camera like this, like I'm doing with my phone, for example, it's like kind of mimicking that. So I can actually take the cameras now and just slide them back and forth. So I'm going to actually have one camera pointed down this direction, one pointed down this direction, and actually I can just slide the cameras back and forth and just kind of pan it like this. That's kind of what I want to do with it. It's going to come out pretty good. So that's my next step, is to put the rail up today and kind of get that ready to go. And then when UPS shows up here and the post office shows up, I'll be able to finish the antenna array here as well because I still got a lot more outside. I got 32 antenna lines coming through. This is just kind of a premature setup at the moment. This is kind of where we began. I have a lot more going on. So, yeah, so let the fun begin, everybody. And for sure, this is about how you see it right now. So when we are not working over here, I don't want to say when I get bored because very seldom do I ever get bored. It never really ever happens. That's like maybe a handful of times a year. So, anyways, I always have something to do. So, when I'm not busy working over here, I can just shift my cameras now, and we can do live stream record over here while I play with the HF gear, VHF, UHF, 220. We can also do the CBs, whatever you want to do, doesn't matter. That is going to be for my FTA digital mode. This, just a regular TV, obviously, nothing special about him. Just for my football games for the season. Over here, I have a huge TV going in place of this for schematics, etc. So if I don't have a service manual, but I have it saved on file as a PDF format, I can pull it right up on over here. Again, have my camera pointer right to the screen to zoom in, so you all can follow along as how we trace out the schematic onto that TV, etc. So this is kind of where we are. I'm still debating about the parts and pieces. We just kind of got them out of the way for now. I'm still debating about how I want to lay these out. These will not stay here. I'm going to move a lot of that around and put different parts bins in that are more commonly used, but that's just kind of temporarily put down for the moment. And so that's pretty much where we are. And then, of course, the countertop. We're actually going to redo the countertop. This part we're going to keep and just paint it, get it sealed over. This section here we're actually going to remove. And we're going to extend this section here straight to the wall so we don't have a little aisleway. We're actually going to take that wall out and put this one straight across. And that gives me a lot more room from behind as well. So, and of course, we got our beautiful window all installed. Looks good. We get a little bit of daylight and all that wonderful stuff too. So, and these LED strip lights, you can put two of those together. There's like a little tiny connector that butts them in together. Amazon, less than $200. You can buy 10 8-foot of these LED strips. So you get 10 8-footers, a total of 10 of those for less than $200. And let me tell you what, they don't draw anything. It's like so minute, it barely flickers the meter. And so the current draws like very, very, very extremely low. But these are really nice systems, and they kind of butt in right together like a nice little adapter. And so that worked out pretty good for the most part. Let me see if I can my dish is kind of falling apart here. These connectors is what slides in between the two lamps. Okay, so and that's pretty much what we got going on. So anybody got any questions or whatever, feel free to ask. But again, I want to do kind of a sneak peek for everybody because I know everyone keeps asking. They're begging me. I get emails every day, all day long. You know, when are you going to show us something? We want to see progress. We don't see no progress. And then until today, when they had a lot of people saying, wow, your bench is getting a little empty, it's because we're trying to move things all around. So we're slowly getting this where we want it to be. I'm a good month and a half behind on schedule here trying to get this all done. But it took a while to get things completed, but that's okay. Take your time. It all works out in the end. So, but yeah, we've got our shortwave receivers. I got another one right down here, right there. I've got another one right here. Got a scanner, digital scanner, trucking scanner up on top, along with all mode receiver there. Of course, I got the Kenwood 590, 940 with the matching speakers and the monitor for it. So that's a whole complete system with the MC60 microphone. And then I got all my tuners, except for that one's not powered. It doesn't need power. But these two, him and him, are all powered up through that power supply. And then, of course, I've got my 1200 with a matching filtered speaker. I've got the 991A Yaesu with a matching speaker. I've got the automatic tuner for the Yaesu 840. ICOM 7300, Yaesu 920, It's right to here. ICOM 746 Pro. I got the 56 Pro too. Got the VHF radio here. BC 560 scanners. Just fun stuff, you know. Good, nice matching power supplies. You know, a little thing about these power supplies. A guy about a half an hour, 20 minutes north of here, a couple years ago, was advertising these on Facebook and Marketplace. And I thought, I wonder. And I got a hold of them. So anyway, so that's what it was all about, and so I ended up with those. They worked out great. But this is again, you know, kind of a quick sway over here. So this is kind of where we are with what we've got going on. So hopefully everybody's going to enjoy the new bench setup as much as I will, and we'll have a good time for sure. Any questions on here? Let's see what you got here. You got, I got two different marks on here. How are you? Good morning. Creek Runner, how are you? Jim, how are you? The Wampy Bros, how are you? Good to see you on. Welcome to the channel. Skywalking, how are you? Mr. Jim, how are you? JJ, how are you? Mr. Ryan, how are you? How you doing, David? Everyone's popping on. So, anyways, so that's kind of what we're doing right here. So, you know, DS Radio Shop, upstate New York. This is the shop right here, guys. We're getting out of the basement. I got a full-size finished basement, the whole length of the house, and everybody seems to want to put that back to where it was. And I need more room anyways. I kind of fill up the whole basement, and I'd like to be able to be up here street level, so when people come in, it's easier than going up and down the stairs, even though the stairs are well built and nice and wide, plenty of room. But it's one of those things where it'd be nicer to get out here and see what's happening, and be able to see the people all around, and be able to you know, watch people go by and whatnot. And we're actually gonna open up like a little storefront, like a mini storefront here, not only for my radio business but also for HDMI cables, USB cables, etc., phone chargers, just the accessories. The good quality stuff that Dollar General around the corner does not have. So we're going to take and load up on a bunch of that stuff as well. So we'll be bulking up on a lot of different connectors and etc. So switches and kind of like a little mini Radio Shack, if you will. I want to try to bring that back, we'll say. So this is kind of what we're looking to do. Now, I don't know what's going to happen next year, but I'm seriously thinking about maybe buying a big shed to put and have that attached to the back of the garage and get it all insulated with electric. I'm really contemplating on that as to putting a lot of stock into it. So then when people come in here, they'll be able to pretty much walk right through my door, and they'll be able to walk into the next part of the business, and we'll have resistors, capacitors, and diodes, etc., all up on the wall. It's not going to mess with my inventory, but it's going to be stuff that people that want, whatever they need to have, because we don't even have a hardware store here no more. So we're going to try to maybe bring back a little bit of that as well. Not a whole lot, because I got to focus on this. But I do have my mom here to help out the kids, and I'll give them something to do, because one's going to be graduating here soon, and next spring, and then one's going to follow the year later. So I figure I'll kind of give them a little bit of a part-time job as well, kind of keep them occupied and out of trouble, and trying to show them what accounting is all about, inventory is all about, you know, the money back and forth, etc. So running a small business for themselves. So that's kind of my goal, is to bring to the community a nice little side business of hardware and componentry and cables and etc., along with help my kids out as well too. So, but again, here we go, guys. Last sweep. Okay, and we'll have this up and going hopefully by next week. I don't know if my electrician's going to be here Monday, being Columbus Day. He may or may not. I'm not sure. But some point in time this upcoming week, we should have all of this finally done. We'll have the panel finally completed. This is already connected downstairs with the breaker off to the main 200 amp service. But this here, he just got to get it all wired up inside and get that all taken care of. So that's our last step between here and the mini split for the heat and the AC, and the rest of it is kind of move the furniture around until I get comfortable with how I want to put things, and you know, kind of redo the countertop here a little bit, etc. So it's kind of like just a little oddball, you know, odds and ends to kind of adjust some small deals along the way. But for the most part, that's about the whole layout. So when you guys getting ready to see what happens next week, repair center, and then the fun playtime. So every tech's got to have a little bit of work, but a little bit of fun, and that's what we intend on doing. All right, guys, everyone take care, and I'll catch you in the next video here at the DX Radio Shop. Everyone enjoy your Saturday. Just want to kind of give you a heads up what's happening here, and we'll see where things go. It should be a very good time. We've got quite a few people that are looking forward to stopping in as locals just to check it out and whatnot. So we're going to set that all up with the, listen, we got our big toolbox right here as well. I just got to move a few things out. I got to redo all that shelving. We're going to put a lot of these parts trays right here on top of the shelving as well. And probably going to start utilizing that wall a little bit, put cables and stuff up along with whatever else I can find room, I suppose, just to kind of get things started to draw the public in for any kind of like phone accessories, etc. We're not going to get into phone repairs, not going to get into none of that stuff. However, my son will be doing computer repairs, but that'll be downstairs on my current bench in which I have now. So I'll be giving that bench to him. So that's kind of where we are right now with the deal. That was $1,100, and I got it for about $900. It was the last one they had in stock at Lowe's. No, not Lowe's. I'm sorry, Home Depot. It was at Home Depot. So I got that over the summer, a couple months back, about 3 months ago, and I couldn't refuse it. I mean, goodness gracious, pop that whole top open. It's got the nice hydraulic. It's got the hydraulics to it for the lid to pop open. It's got the charging ports on the inside for all your tools and your batteries, etc. So, it came out great. So I couldn't refuse. It just had to be like perfect timing, right place, right time. So beautiful. Anyways, we got who we got here? VE4. How are you? Good to see you on. Hello, Mr. David. Hello, Mr. Ohm. How is Ohm? And we got HM. We got Ohm and HM. I don't know if it's the same person or two different people, two different accounts, but let's see. Looks really good. I'm still working on my setup. Just bought some new testing gear last week. Very good. Well, VE4, if you ever need any help, give me a holler. We'll definitely help you out. If you need any information, let me know. You can reach out to me, dxradioshop@yahoo.com, or you can always feel free to text or call 315-945-1600. Same one, Ohm? Okay. I kind of wondered about that. I don't know why it didn't come up. It just come up HM. But I saw the icon. I was like, it's got to be the same. But I didn't know if it was something different. All right, Mr. Ohm, no problem. So, all right, guys, take care. Enjoy your Saturday. Everyone have a great weekend. And we will be back again here at the DX Radio Shop. So, feast your eyes on the beauty in which this is going to be a great layout, a lot better for me anyways, and the customers. And I can't wait to get my tracking up there for the cameras so I can slide them back and forth. I'm going to do that here in a few moments. But I got to give Mr. Rick a call here very quickly, and then I can get back to my business. All right, guys, catch you all later. Have a great day. DX Radio Shop.